What's up, everybody? I hope you all had a tremendous weekend. Today we're going to talk about Stephen Avery's use of *67 and if it matters. Some people think it does, some people think it does not. It came up over in a conversation over on the X platform and Ken Kratz got involved. So we're going to talk about it and see what Ken Kratz had to say. It was brought up by user Aaron at NEECHE41. I will link everybody's X handles, Twitter handles, whatever, in the description below so you can go give them a follow. Aaron states, why did Stephen block out his number? This has never been explained. If he thought she liked him and would have no issue with him, why block the number? And Ken Kratz responded with this. Why do you think? Awkward fact they need to spin. The only time he used *67 were the 2 calls to Teresa Halbach. Hashtag nothing to see here. Please everybody remember, we did cell tracking of Teresa Halbach's phone. It never left the Avery property after 2:41 p.m. on October 31st, 2005. I see a lot of you folks ignoring this uncontested fact. Vegas Ranger 1872 posted this along with a chart stating, according to cell tower reports, it pinged quite a bit south, heading back towards the Zipperers. I don't know if that's how you correctly say that or not, Zipperers. And he posted that chart. I'll put it up on the screen there as you can see it. Vegas Ranger also stated she knew she was going to the Avery brothers from the minute she left the Zipperers. So A, the answering machine message means nothing, and B, Sean Reck and Cam lied when they said she didn't know where she was going until she was nearly there. It was a lie. Vegas Ranger also stated she knew she wasn't going to see Barb. Here is the actual trial testimony. And finally, Miss PLISZKA, were you able to and did you in fact speak with Teresa Halbach later that day? Yes, she called me at 2:27 p.m. and we talked. Who? Teresa. Called me at 2:27 p.m. and we talked for a little while and she said, yeah, I'm able to go get that photo. By the way, it was the Avery brothers and I'm on my way out there right now. So 2:27 p.m. she told you she was on her way to the Avery property? Answer, yes. Kratz responds with, this is correct. The voicemail was much earlier. She speaks to her at 2:27 as the zip shoot ended, saying she was on her way to the Avery brothers. I always thought that her referring to it as the Avery brothers was odd, and thank you very much for setting us straight on the timing of this. That eliminates any relevance to the zip voicemail. Good of you to remove that red herring. And the conversation ends with Vegas Ranger 1872 stating, no it doesn't, Ken, I'm afraid. Mrs. Z testifies Teresa Halbach arrived at 3 p.m. The call to Dawn was made when she was 5 minutes away from the Avery yard, according to the cell towers. There is no connection to the zip voicemail. That still needs to be answered, I'm afraid. We will discuss this more fully. Now, here's my opinion on it, and I put this over on X. Here's what I stated. I've always wondered about the use of Stephen Avery using *67. So Stephen Avery used it to block his number. Okay, I can get behind that. But when she answered the phone, she would have known who she was talking to. Or even if she didn't, at the very least, she would have remembered the address she was given. And let's just say she didn't. Isn't the address Avery Road? That would be a bit of a tip-off. And even if it wasn't, she would have remembered once she pulled up to the property that she had been there before. I bring this up because of a negative experience she had there in the past. And that's the part I never fully understood, because at some point, before she saw Stephen Avery that day, she would have known she had been there before. She would have known where she was. I say this because it's talked a lot about her negative experience that she had there in the past. So even if Stephen Avery was successful in luring her to the Avery salvage yard, as soon as she pulled onto the property, she would have remembered where she was due to that past negative experience. So she could have easily been like, I'm done. Peace. This guy is a creep. This guy answered the door in a towel. This guy made me feel very uncomfortable, very unsafe. There is no way I'm doing this photo shoot. Even if she was successfully lured there by Stephen Avery, as soon as she saw him come out of the trailer, she could have jumped back in her car and left. If she did feel unsafe, I mean, I don't know. The only person that knows what Teresa Halbach was thinking that day was Teresa Halbach. It's very easy for me to sit here and think and say, this is what I would have thought, this is what I would have done. Wasn't in Teresa Halbach's shoes, had no idea what she was thinking. But, you know, common sense would tell you if you felt that uncomfortable and you saw that person coming towards you that made you feel that uncomfortable, you would just get in your car and go before he was anywhere near you. I don't know. It's always seemed strange that even if he was successful luring her there, she had to have known where she was going. The address was